reality TV is where it definitely started. Because I remember when reality TV started, every single family, if you ever went to visit somebody's house, they'd be like, we could be a TV show.
Oh,
my Our family is so funny.
Oh, it was the
we
worst.
should be a TV show. And then they gave us all cameras, and now everybody
is a TV show.
True.
But I remember that people would be like, they're missing out on gold. They're missing out on gold, not having cameras here.
It's just someone being like, the mashed potatoes suck, and a woman being like, fuck you.
And all it meant was
which is gold. I would watch that all day.
That's true. All it meant when they said we could be a reality TV show is that we are terrible people. That's all it meant. We're terrible. We're
terrible
petty.
people, and our youngest brother quotes Anchorman.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's hilarious.
That's all it is. We throw fits when we don't get exactly what we want. We're terrible people. Yeah. That's all it was.
Luis Gomez should be a TV show.
Well, Luis Gomez,
of everybody I know.
In the early days of Periscope, Luis Gomez, it was like years ago, would walk home on Periscope. And he'd film his walk home, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
He would skateboard. He would ride his bike.
Yeah, it was crazy.
He used to love his COVID updates.
Oh my god!
He did a live. He would go on live and just smoke a blunt on his fire.
Dude,
escape.
he would get high on his fire escape and be like, "Yo, the real interesting thing about that is like it's so interesting." And he would never say what it was. He would just be interested. It's so fucking interesting if you think about it. It was so fucking funny.
Yeah, I would pay to watch Lewis's day.
Yeah, he's
awesome.
He's great at that.
I'd love to see it. Then there's the Jamaican episodes where he goes to Jamaica.
Takes the whole gas.
Takes the gas digital. Takes those oddities. Those freaks.
Yeah. Goes down to Jamaica.
Yeah, he is. He would be great actually.
Yeah.
He'd be good. There's a few people that would be really good.
Yeah,
you know,
I'd be terrible. I wouldn't be that.
I would be. It would be unbelievable.
Yeah, I'd be quiet.
How bad it would be.
I would just be red and just be like,
Who else would be good? Lewis is probably my number one.
Lewis would be number one. There's nobody better than Lewis.
No,
because a lot of the episodes would be he's almost about to fight someone at Best Buy. Before, and then people have to get involved. Like it would just be like the camera guy's like, no, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. And they're pulling him out.
And then 10 minutes later, he's having the time of his life.
Yeah,
and he's the best guy.
He's
on
just
earth.
smoking weed, having fun. But a lot of the episodes would center around dragging him out of a strip mall before he physically attacked, like someone at a party supply store who's like fucked up the balloon order for his son's party. You know, you stupid whore! Like you fucking whore. He said the funniest thing I've ever heard once. I don't know why. We spent Easter one year. I was with him, his son, and like I had people there. We were having Easter at Amy Ruth's in Harlem, and like, I don't know why this was the thing. He remembers this, and the waitress was, let's just say, unmotivated. Okay.
Oh, he's on their fucking ass.
Yes, and it's like Easter, so it's like, you know, who gives a shit? So Lewis called the manager over and said, I quote, "It's the maybe top 5 funniest things I've ever heard in my life." He goes, listen, he goes, "We all want water." He goes, "I know the waitress is getting a money sign tattooed on her stomach. But when she gets back, can we get some fucking water?" And he said it's
oh my god.
It was the craziest. It's Easter. It was amazing. He's still my probably one of my top 3 people ever.
Oh, he's the best.
I mean, you forget how much you love him, and then like when we were over here just watching, we just watched his live stream of him playing Call of Duty. It's so fun.
It's amazing.
He just fully reads the chat.
He's reading the chat. He's like, "Yeah, fuck you, pussy." Fucking right, doggy. Yeah.
The best thing is when he threatens to fight someone on Twitter. He goes, "I'll fight you right now."
Didn't he get in a beef with fucking Anthony? No,
Opie.
What the fuck was that about?
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, what? I mean,
yeah, true.
I mean, that's true. What's the meaning of life? That's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of open-ended. Yeah, I mean,
it's a broad question.
Yeah,
that is a broad one. But yeah, I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck could they be fighting about? But it's who knows? It's a shame. I hate seeing him fight.
It was fun.
The fight.
I enjoy it. Anytime Lewis gets into Twitter beef, I'm there. I'm watching.
He's built for it.
Yes.
The best was when early Gas
be-
Digital.
yeah.
When it was Ralph's apartment, they would have a team meeting. And I would go, like we'd all sit there and Lewis would have a team meeting, be like Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross. And he'd walk in, he'd just like smoke the blunt. And he's like talking about, he's like, "All right, what's the ad sales division? And it's just like this retarded woman from Staten Island. Like someone who's like slow. And she, you know?
He was like a fat cat, like a business tycoon.
The blunt, like, how are we looking? People are like, I don't know.
A monocle.
No one knows.
It'd be like someone who took like a 5-hour bus from Staten Island there, who's like learning disabled. And he'd be like,
You don't
he'd be
know
like,
the computer? Figure out the fucking
yeah, he'd be like, Dana's going to be handling our new ad sales division. And she'd be like sitting there like staring blankly.
They had
She's on methadone.
Yeah.
She's on Suboxone, just foaming at the mouth. He's like, she's handling our integration, our vertical integration.
There was a highlight this week I was watching of
Her briefcase is a plastic bag.
She's got a shopping bag.
she like slams his plastic bag on the table. Takes out a sandwich.
They had a reality show. They were going to do a reality show.
I mean, they should have done a reality show. They
Sal,
should do it.
Sal from Practical Jokers was producing this. And I think the people like Sal, like I think like his people eventually were like, hey, like they started looking at some of this footage. They're like, what? Wait a minute. They're like, what do you do? Like you were a star on a huge show. You were going to produce a show?
They should still make this show.
Yeah. No, it would be an amazing show.
Yeah.
So it's like, but Sal was like, yeah, I'm going to do a show showing a young podcast network, and then I think like eventually people at Warner Brothers were like, wait a minute, what do they watch? Like they probably watch like
People over at Sony.
It's just juggalos defending rape for 30 minutes, and then the people at Sony, and they probably really like Sal, so they're probably like, hey, this was great. But we just feel
Gonna go in a different direction.
we're gonna go in a different direction. When the who is it, Lewis? Yeah, when he calls that woman from Staten Island a retard, and she seems a little slow, that's something advertisers don't really want to get behind. They don't really want to get into that.
It would be the fucking.
It would be the
funniest.
best.
I mean, think of them turning it on more for the cameras.
Oh,
It's already crazy.
yeah.
If
And
you
then
threw
just-
some cameras in there, people would, yeah.
Yeah.
There was actually, they did a boxing match this week between,
Another one?
Yeah.
Dillon and Krakamiko boxed.
Oh, they did the rematch.
And there's a clip I saw on Twitter where Lewis just forgets he's the ref and just was watching.
Well, when
and
it
they're
started,
fully
it
in a
was-
clinch for like a minute. And they're like, Lewis, break it up. And you're like, oh, shit.
I did that when I ref basketball.
He stopped and watched it.
Dude, I used to ref basketball and space out, and I hear like I'd be like, "Oh shit!" and people start yelling. I'd be like, "That way!" And
Out
they'd be
of
like, "What
bounds.
the fuck?" And I'm like, "Oh."
And when it started, it was in this little room. It was a spare room, an apartment on Avenue B, and like it would fit like 4 people tight, and it was tight. So if it was like me, Zach, Miko, Lewis, and Mullen, and then the producer, and in the room, and it was like tight. It was like tight.
Didn't Lewis have I definitely have talked about it. Didn't he have a all tile apartment?
Yes, he talked about this. I never saw it. He had a fully
all tiled apartment with
At one
a
point.
like feral dog that lived in
with
there
a dog
with him.
that lived there that was like feral.
That like would attack everyone.
Yeah.
He had a full tile apartment.
I don't know where you would even find it. Was a bathroom. I think it was like one big bathroom.
That's
And he
awesome.
was in there with a dog.
Dude, he's the funniest dude in the world.
He is.
For real.
Oh fuck.